Hi guys, welcome to the Play Cooking Challenge. We're so excited to be here at the Viking Studio in Dallas, Texas. The purpose of our challenge today is to show you the differences between a regular chef and what she goes through during her day versus what I go through during my day. The only extra thing that we're going to throw into this is Tracy is going to be using one arm. So very experienced, been in the kitchen a long time, but she's going to be using one arm. So the other thing is to really think on your day-to-day life and the challenges that you have and how you get through those. There are, no matter what you do in life, there's always ways to get through something. So this is to inspire you to think outside the box and to really challenge yourself. And this was kind of one of the best ways to showcase this because I had to learn how to cook over these last few years. And so I talked with Tracy about this several months ago, and we have a big task ahead of us.
I can't imagine what it must feel like. And I'm going to try not to cry throughout the whole challenge because this is about cooking. So I'm going to firm up my heart and get going through all of it. Do you want to? Okay, go ahead. I'm going to let you do it. I've got one hand behind my back.
We're using different things today too, so we can demonstrate the differences in what I would be using versus what she would be using. These containers are difficult for me. I can't pull it open very well. Now, whether she can or not, we will find out.
But what's important, I think, about that for you is that you had to figure that out.
I did.
You didn't, that was not, no one told you, Jen, it's going to be easier to use that juice than it is this juice.
Right.
So in your process for the last 2 to 3 to 4 years of learning how to live this life, you had to figure out how to open the orange juice. So,
every day was kind of like a, as you know, someone has said, like a MacGyver. You, you just go throughout your day and you don't know what you don't know until something comes up.
Right.
And then you have to think
Relearn
outside
it.
the box and have to relearn it.
Yeah.
So yes.
So in the conversation about each of these items, it was interesting to understand how you figured out why you like this one versus this one. So why is this one easier for you?
And this one is easier because it's stable. Liquids in general, it's easier for me to spill. So anything that's a lot more solid and stable is what I tend to use.
Okay.
For liquids.
Okay, so we're going to put our juice in the saucepan, and all we're going to be doing is simmering the mangoes.
Yes.
I know that sounds easy, but the mangoes are not going to be easy to do.
We chose the mango cookies, by the way, because for some reason when I was in the hospital, I had a craving for mango. A lot of my taste buds changed. I'm a huge coffee person, and I couldn't even stand the smell of coffee. But then I acquired these other tastes, which is very strange. But so there was a little meaning there for these mango cookies.
Yeah.
But
So in preparing this challenge for myself, the conversation in my mind was, am I going to be able to cut these mangoes? And I realized that I was not going to be able to cut these mangoes. There's no way.
it sticks.
I mean, there's just like absolutely no way. Okay. So
This tool is also really good for if you're not having a very good day. You can just, and it gets it all out.
okay.
And this is the other thing. I've had to tend to kind of play with food because not everything actually works with the device or with however you're going to do it. So
That's simmering. Now we need to go ahead and get the macadamia nuts. We need 1 cup of coarsely chopped nuts.
So I use scissors basically to open almost everything. I did at one point have like a special scissor that had a base on it. It was flat and I was pushing it down. And I've evolved over the years. Now I can just use regular scissors. And it just takes me a little longer. But being able to do it is huge just because if I want to cook, I can. Most people are so generous and so nice, and they want to help. But I have been at the store before, and I can't reach something, or it's too far back and I can't get it or something. So you do learn how to ask for help for sure.
Yeah. Has that been hard?
Initially, yes, it was hard. It was.
What was hard about it? Was it that you weren't able to do it, or were you embarrassed?
No,
were you
I think
thinking that
it was kind of a mixture of
pride?
getting comfortable with yourself.
Yeah.
And it was a constant reminder that you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But then once I got through that and the ability to start asking and stuff, people are so good about it. They're so nice. It's been a really good experience. But
Yeah.
yeah, there's definitely a transition there. Yeah, you get to where it feels normal. You do.
It becomes your new normal.
Yeah, it just becomes part of your life and how it is, and you have to think ahead. You may have to ask. You may have to, but
Yeah.
you just kind of get to the point that you just know that and kind of expect it. So
Yeah.
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 I have chickens in my backyard. City of Dallas, I'm sure, is very happy of that. But I have started out with 4. We have 2 chickens, so these are very fresh from Jen's backyard. So here we go. You want to go first?
No, I think
No?
I'll let you go first.
Great. All right, I'm going to do this one first.
Okay.
So here we go. So you got to be very gentle. Crack the egg. Not 1 ounce of shell.
Amazing.
Yay.
And no one has taught you any of
You're up.
this.
No one's taught me any of this. This is just me
No
practicing
one-
and practicing.
No mentor or no
No.
therapist or
Nothing.
no one in rehab taught you, okay, you're going to have problems with eggs when you start cooking.
We didn't
So,
even approach cooking
Yeah.
during rehab. I mean, that wasn't even on the discussion
yeah,
radar at all.
And obviously, I'm sure that's a whole other
Yeah.
class.
Well, and you sit at home and think,
yeah, well, and
I'm hungry and I got to eat. So what
Yeah.
do? You
Yeah.
know, either you go through drive-through every day, or you don't eat, or
Yeah.
you just get off your rear end and you figure out how to do
figure
it.
something else. What are some of the other things that have been hard for you?
So, the challenges of just starting over again really took me back to being a 5-year-old, and you just start over with every little detail of your life, and just even brushing your teeth,
Yeah,
learning how to do your makeup, how to just do little bitty maintenance things, were challenges.
yeah,
But then once you learn that, you just kind of move on and move forward, and then your challenge just gets bigger because you want a bigger task. The reason part of the kitchen and this challenge was important to me was because it is a daily thing
yeah,
that I still struggle with.
yeah,
So I don't think I'll ever master this.
Yeah.
It's just something that I do enjoy doing it, but it does take me longer.
Yeah.
But I discover new tools all the time and things like that. So I guess all in all, this has been one of the bigger ones. Okay, ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to get away. I
here we
understand
go.
this is pretty tricky for you.
Well, it's just not clean, so everything
Okay.
on my kitchen gets right. Here we go.
Okay. Well, that's
we
not
go.
that bad.
So that's not,
Yeah.
that worked.
Got it?
Yep.
How's the temperature feel? Good?
It's good, yeah.
Okay. I think what's important about all of this is that it's okay to ask you questions
Right.
about how did it make you feel? What are the struggles each day? Because if someone can't ask those questions, then opening that dialogue from
It just shuts it down.
it shuts it down. And if people are scared to ask that question,
Right.
then they will never know what it feels like to really become a community and helping each other.
Right. That's exactly right.
So it
Exactly
becomes
right.
very natural because that's what I really feel. And I really feel that if we can get that across and we can open up another world.
It's been a passion for me for these last 4 years.
Yeah.
But that's me,
Yeah.
know, and I'm living it every day. But to have somebody want to help explore that piece
Yeah.
of it is just huge.
Yeah.
And that's why this is so good for the foundation and for people across the country, that you don't even have to have a disability. You could just have a frustration or a challenge or in your life, and this is
Yeah.
really to to show and explain that if you think outside the box and if you really go for it, you can get through your obstacles. And you know, that's one of the biggest things here, which along comes the dialogue.
Yeah.
And you have to be open to that.
Yeah, but I also think that there's a level of fear that some people have, and you know, wanting to just, you know, not know what to say, or not, you know, how do we address it in a way that it's not going to, or we going to offend you by saying what happened.
Right.
You know, or
and
is
this
that,
is exactly what this whole thing is for, is to open the dialogue, break down those walls, and to know that most everyone that I have encountered that has asked me questions has been genuine curiosity.
Yeah.
It's not critical, it's not because they're afraid, it's general curiosity.
Yeah.
And, you know, yeah, I've had a couple experiences where people are kind of put off or a little, you know, afraid of it. But the norm is not that way.
Yeah.
And so if I can take ownership of my own situation and know that it can be a learning tool, then that's my overall goal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
So,
I hope
which
that
is what we're doing.
that's what we're doing right now.
I normally use hot pads, but we're doing
Okay.
this right now. Right here, okay?
Okay.
Good, good spray job.
You did. You did an
Second.
excellent job.
Whoa. Okay, I got the sliding issue still. It's always a problem. I wanted to thank Tracy very much for today. This was a lot of fun, and there was a lot of challenges in this, and I'm glad you actually did have some challenges to really express how getting through stuff actually is.
Well, I think it's just, again, I think it's so important that we're able to talk about this and ask the right kinds of questions and have that open line of communication and that awareness to everyone, that it's okay to ask questions, it's okay to be there, it's okay to help, and it's okay to not be scared of that, and to be there in any way that we can. So I'm, again, thrilled to be part of the process. I hope we can do another.
Well, me too.
Okay.
And I really hope that this inspires people to try new things and do new things and get outside of your box. The foundation is actually here to help you and to find your passion. If you're not even sure exactly what you can do, we will find that thing for you. So apply with us, and we are here to help. So thank you so much for watching. We had a really good time, and let's do a champagne toast.
I think so.
Okay.
You were so amazingly well adjusted to have been through what you've been through, and to have a smile on your face, and to just be so, you know, just lost 2 hands and 2
Well,
feet,
it's
and
actually a celebration of
here I am.
life, and here I am.
Yeah,
So I'm feeling like I'm going to explode, not
Yeah.
the bottle. Woo!
All right.
There we go. Okay,
All right, here's to play.
here's to you.